What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling on Leon the King TV. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling here on Leon the King TV. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, whatever you do. Share the video, and please hit that subscribe button. Let's get these subscribers up. This is what I want to talk about today. We watched Monday Night Raw this week, this past Monday night. And I can honestly tell you, and I'm just gonna go right into it tonight. I'm just kind of going very direct and just going right into it. The topics. I just feel like we know that 2 days ago they just reported that Triple H tested positive for COVID-19 and was gonna miss tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. So we know that. We hear that Ultimate Dragon. There's a rumor going around from Wrestling Inc. reported about an hour ago. A rumor is swirling that Ultimate Dragon on potential WWE return now that Triple H is in charge. I think that they're failing. WWE is failing hard right now. And I say that because I have to speak my honest truth. I'll speak my opinion, honest truth. But the honest truth, I think, is they can't usher us into, and they don't know how to usher us into a new era and a new generation. First of all, we're still getting the same stupid intro themes that we've been getting for Raw and SmackDown. So it's time for a fresh, new intros. We're still getting. I mean, Raw, I'll start off with Monday Night Raw. This past Monday night was terrible. This was one of the worst episodes of Raw I watched. The Judgment Day cuts for them to be a heel stable, a heel faction. They literally cut the most PG promo ever. They had a awful promo and segment on Raw this past Monday night, this week. And Dominic Mysterio says to AJ Styles in the OC, "I'll face you when I'm ready in an hour." That was the stupidest promo or stupidest thing you could have had him say it in a promo segment. If they were gonna fight and duke, they were gonna duke it out then and there. Right then at that moment. That to me was just stupid. So then they hype us up with these promo that Elias was coming back after the Ezekiel gimmick. We get Elias back. And as soon as we get Elias back, he's back to the same old original gimmick when he debuted on the roster. We don't get nothing dark. We don't get nothing edgy. We don't get nothing new, something fresh, something vicious, something entertaining, something interesting, something that can draw us in. But a guy who's goofy, who has the gimmick of being a musician who just basically cuts terrible promos. It's the most PG gimmick on the roster, and it's just terrible. You literally had to bring him back as Elias with the same Elias gimmick. I don't mind. I'm fine with him having the same name, but bring him back with a different gimmick. Darken him up, change his theme, give him a new look, new image, bulk him up a little more. I don't know. Repackage him, make him better and darker, and turn him heel. But they are giving us stale product. We are getting the same stale product that we've been getting for years. Wrestling, WWE is not only a sport. They're a sports league, first of all, but this is pro wrestling. They are also not only just a sports league; they're an entertainment brand. Wrestling is a art form. This is a entertainment brand. They're the World Wrestling Circus. You entertain. This is boring. This is boring, immature entertainment. And what I mean is, it's boring, immature entertainment because you have these adult fans, but you're feeding them these childish gimmicks. Just stop. Make this edgy. Make this interesting. Make this fun. Why are we watching Elias with this come out and cut a promo and he has the same gimmick? We're still getting a 2015 gimmick. Well, when did Elias even debut? So that's the kind of stuff. This is just boring. This is bullshit. Nobody wants it. We're still getting the same gimmick, bruh. Like, really, bruh. The same gimmick, bruh. This is not good anymore. They got to change their product. They got to, Triple H is head of creative. It's time to usher us in a new generation now. If you want to make booking and you want to bring the guys you have from the last couple of years back on your roster that got let go last year and released from their contract, you bring back Samoa Joe. I don't care about him tag teaming with Wardlow and AEW. AEW is shit anyway. Bring Samoa Joe back to WWE. And Tony Khan has no control over his promotion. Let's be honest. So screw AEW. He has no control over his promotion. The reality is we have to usher in a new generation of wrestling because times are changing. We're in a new decade. We're in a new generation now. It's time to usher us into the new era of pro wrestling, but we're still getting stale product. WWE was Raw, I think, was going TV 14. What happened? Vince is gone. Triple H is in charge. He's head of creative. Let's usher this company. Let's change the product. Why is Triple H in stuck? Why is Vince gone? Well, I'm happy Vince is gone so that he can stay gone. But why do we have Triple H as head of creative and we're still getting a Vince McMahon product while Triple H is still head of creative? We are still getting a PG. No, we're still getting a Vince McMahon product with Triple H as head of creative. This is terrible. We have to carry the Vince honor now that I'm still in charge. No, change it now. Why are we waiting to change it? Change it now. You're in charge. That's just my mentality. Like, let's change this whack, forced, stale product that we've been given for over a decade now. Let's stop and give us something better. I don't know if it's WWE needs to go TV 14. I don't know what it is, but this product is just hurting. They're not hurting completely. I think they're doing good in some areas, but the problem is Raw has to become a better. They got to do something with it. They have to make the product, the weekly showing, the weekly programs, the weekly shows have to get booked better. I don't want to see on SmackDown Imperium and the Brawling Brutes every week. Change up the booking of the matches. It's time to change the product. Pro wrestling is also a sports league / entertainment brand. Sports entertainment. We have to make this entertaining. Book better matches. You have all the athleticism, the talent. You have the greatest athletes on your roster and in your company. Push these athletes and book great matches. Produce some of the best matches you can. Make WrestleMania the showcase of the immortals. This isn't the showcase of the Immortals. This is just we pack out a big event with mediocre matches that you will get every week on Raw and SmackDown. Stop. Book better matches. Oh, we're just gonna have Miz be a heel all these years. The guy's a Grand Slam champion. Let him win Royal Rumble, main event, change his character, repackage him, and push him. Make him a main event guy. He doesn't have to. He can be a baby face. He doesn't have to be a heel always. WWE needs to change their product. It's getting stale. There's so many things creatively they could be doing in their company that they're not. When you think about how and like I said, not even the biggest AEW fan at all, but look how AEW books their matches, at least. Last night we got Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page is injured, by the way, but we got that. Then we had what was the matches on the card? Here we go. We had William Regal cut a promo in a segment with MJF, which was great. Wasn't the great? I don't see this hype of it was the greatest promo of the year. There were a few other good ones this year, but this promo wasn't the greatest. It was just good. We had Orange Cassidy feud with Death Triangle, defeating Pac to capture the AEW All Atlantic Championship. Then we got the Bastard and Lucha Bros against Penta El and Ray Phoenix. Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor in the night's opening contest. Here we go. We got the AEW Interim Women's World Championship, where it was Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida. Then we got the Ring of Honor World Championship. Dalton Castle versus Chris Jericho. Jericho defeated Castle to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. The AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Moxley defeated Page due to referee stopping the match because of an injury with Hangman Adam Page. So, yes. This is kind of how you book a promotion. And the problem with WWE is they keep booking these same matches. Every week we're getting the same matches booked over again. You're going to see the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium every week. We're going to see Damage Control face Bliss and Asuka every week. Have to think of her name. So that's what we're getting every week. Change the matches. What they really need right now, in my opinion, what they really need right now to make things better on their roster and their company is to have a draft. Last year's draft was terrible. 2020's draft I was with. Last year's draft was not great. I wasn't impressed with it. So to make a draft happen, I think they're gonna need it. They're gonna have to make that draft happen by next year. If they don't, I know they're not gonna have it. If they don't have it this year, fine, but they have to have that draft by next year to kind of shake up both of these rosters. The blue brand and the red brand has to change this up. And they got to figure out the problem with their undisputed unified titles. The Universal title and the WWE title has to split up again. Put both titles on each brand. Who knows how they'll do it, but maybe by WrestleMania next year, depending on how Roman's booked. That's the only way they're going to figure out how to get the titles, at least one of the titles. I can see him still holding the Universal title, but they have to take one of the titles off of him. AEW has done great in giving you pay-per-view quality matches on weekly shows like Dynamite and Rampage. They've done better. Obviously, World Wrestling Entertainment is kind of hurting because we're getting the same matches booked over and over every week. The same shit getting forced down our throats. Same stuff getting forced down our throats every fucking week. You change it up. You put, let's say you put, for example, you randomly book McIntyre and you put McIntyre and Solo Sikoa in a steel cage on a Friday on SmackDown's main event, and you close out the show from there. That's how you book matches. That's how you change it up. Solo's not even feuding with McIntyre. He was one of the reasons why McIntyre lost that Clash at the Castle back in September at the Premium Live event. So that's reasons they haven't even been feuding. Why is he facing him in a steel cage? Because you're trying to produce great wrestling matches. Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't want it to make sense. I want to see great matches that entertain me so I'm not bored. When I pay money to pay a ticket, when WWE comes to my city and my town, I want to go and watch. I want to pay money and buy a ticket to the arena and watch, and not watch the same boring matches. So I want to see stuff like that. I want to see like just throw Karrion Kross as Sheamus. That's a match right there. Karrion Kross is not feuding with Sheamus right now. He's feuding with McIntyre. But hey, we just want to throw him in a steel cage. We want to have him go at it one-on-one. That's how you book. Hey, we're gonna have the Usos face the Viking Raiders and let them brawl. That's entertaining. I mean, nobody cares about the Viking Raiders, but still, that's an entertaining match. They got to change up the tag team division. It's kind of hurting right now. We need more better tag teams. We need some original tag teams because this shit's getting weak. So we have to start making it better. Make the product better. Be creative. Give us storylines. Book great matches. Give me the whole package. Because again, this is World Wrestling Entertainment. Make this good. Oh, we need to bring the ruthless aggression era back. No, we don't. Let's win a new era now. Create a new era. Create a something better than that was. Make this great and original and epic. Make this fun. Make it great. Make it legendary. Let's create a showcase of immortals. Let's do that. They're not doing that right now. We're just getting a stale product. You gotta get a bootlegged Elias with the same 2015 gimmick on the roster to entertain us now in 2022. Stop. Nobody cares. It's boring. Take it off the show. Let's get you a new, fresh, creative team. They're supposed to hire a Marvel writer or something. What are they doing? What happened with that? They have to start making their. They got to be the creative team has to be creative. They got to. That's why it's called World Wrestling Entertainment. Make this entertaining. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about tonight. I kind of think they're hurting their product than making their product grow. I don't think they're killing their product. I just think they're kind of not making smart decisions for their product. They're kind of abusing I don't say abusing, but they're just hurting their product by not making things better. I really believe that. I think they're kind of hurting their product because of the lack of creativity, the lack of innovation, the lack of booking great matches. There's some innovation. They are kind of innovative. I will say that, but I think there's just they have to make it. They gotta weten it up. They gotta stop making it stale. They gotta add that flavor to it and make it great and make it fun to watch. As a fan who loved wrestling, who watches after all these years since I was, a little kid, I still my childhood was like half of my childhood was wrestling. So I think that they gotta somewhat make this fun. And when you're watching a product now, it's kind of like what happened, what are they doing to it? So I think it's just they gotta bring some edge back. They gotta bring some more edge and attitude into it, and make it a little ruthless. Not too ruthless, but just make it a little more ruthless, and make it interesting to watch. That's all. I think the product is stale, and they just got to do better. But again, this is Leon the King TV. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, share the video. Please hit that subscribe button. Whatever you do, please hit that subscribe button. But yeah, man, I tell the truth over here, and this is kind of hurting right now. On the topic to touch on how they book their talent, I think about the factions that they had. They had short runs that they cut. The stables they had, the Hurt Business, Retribution. We had those guys not that long ago, and it's a shame that Mustafa Ali hasn't even been in a main event yet. You could have made Retribution champions. You could have put belts on Retribution and made WWE Raw the Retribution show. It was all about how you booked it and how you booked the premium live events. So this is kind of how they're hurting. When you break up groups like the Hurt Business, you had MVP Cedric Alexander, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. You had a African American faction a group of 4 or 5 black guys that were all champions. These guys could have been booked as Evolution or Nation of Domination. They could have been Evolution. They literally could have been this era of the new era of this era's Evolution. Think about it like that. You had Batista, you had Ric Flair, you had fucking Randy Orton, you had Triple H. They were all champions, great champions, main eventers. But you book them, you take titles off of them quickly, you break up the faction. Come on, man. These guys could have had storylines. They could have been still been in the main event picture all the way in this year. You could have think about all the premium live events, the main events, the matches, the feuds, the segments, the promos, the storylines, everything we could have gotten with keeping the Hurt Business in the main event picture as champions. Man, come on. Like I said, man, we start to tell the truth over here and be real and be honest. Once again, man, y'all stay safe out there. Stay positive. Stay blessed. I am going to be putting out another video tomorrow, so be on the lookout. Another video is dropping tomorrow, so join me on the live. We're going to talk about it on the video on the show tomorrow, and we are dropping new content tomorrow. So we put that up. We are going to be putting up some reels for the channel and trying to put out more content. But thank you for watching Let's Talk Wrestling on Leon the King TV. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, leave your thoughts or your comments, hit that subscribe button. Whatever you do, please hit that subscribe button and get these subscribers up. But once again, this is Leon the King TV. Let's Talk Wrestling. And stay safe out there. Be happy. And we talk to you later. Peace.